All right, today I have an exciting video for you on using a customer-centric folder structure. Well, as exciting as it gets, I guess, in the world of enterprise data management. But I think this is a really clever way of managing relationships in a traditional folder structure that allows people who are used to folders to be able to find what they need while still maintaining and managing multiple relationships that better represent your real-world scenarios. So I'll just go over quickly what this is. In SharePoint, I've designed a customer account-centric folder structure. So what we say is that anytime you have a bill to customer, that will be the folder where you store documents related to that bill to customer. So if you have, let's say, a sales order where the bill to customer is a contractor, and you would store all of the documents related to the opportunity, the project, the licensing in the bill to customer folder, the person who's paying for the product or service. And when you keep track of the end user, you can also create shortcut links to that opportunity or to that project. And I'm going to show you a way of automating that whole process. And this is super helpful because if you have someone who thinks about a project from the end user perspective and they go into the end users folder and look for that project and it's not there, they might get frustrated or confused, or they might add the information there. And you just have to decide as an organization where you're going to store your files. Are you going to do it by the bill to customer or by the end user customer? I found that it's best and easiest to always go with the bill to customer because oftentimes those accounts are one and the same. So with that being said, I will show you how we go about navigating this structure. Okay, so if I, let's say, go into an opportunity and I have this account, Aquapure Technologies. They are the person who's paying for this work to be done, but the end user is their child account, Blue Horizons Lab. So all I have to do is come in here and click on Blue Horizons tab as the bill to customer, or as the end user customer. Now what that's going to do is that's going to trigger an automation in the background that sends off a script and creates that shortcut link to this opportunity in the Blue Horizons Labs folder. So let's just go to that account. So let's say I'm navigating to that customer or that end user, and I want to see that opportunity that everyone's talking about, right? So if I click on go to the SharePoint folder, and you can see it has an opportunities folder that was just created. If I click into there, I can see that there's a link now that goes to the correct user, a bill to customer folder, which is actually stored under Aquapure Technologies folder account. So it's a shortcut that creates a relationship between the end user and the bill to customer, but maintains the integrity of a bill to customer folder. And by automating this process, by integrating it with your CRM or your project management tool, you can shut off the ability to create these folders manually and have this chaos that is often created because everyone comes up with their own folder management structure, and it makes it impossible to find anything, right? So by automating the process of creating these shortcut links, you enable everyone to be able to find what they need to be able to find because it links back to the bill to customer folder. And you also make sure you maintain the integrity of the data being in the right place, right? So if I look at Aquapure Technologies, I can see my opportunities, my projects, my sales orders, with all of the correct information in each project detailed here. This is also much easier than a year-based structure where you can't really get a holistic view of what's going on in a customer account. So if I come back and let's say I want to go to now the project with Aquapure Technologies. Same thing here. If I then if the end user isn't here, but then I create and say this is actually Blue Horizons Labs, it'll trigger that automation to go in and create that shortcut URL inside of Blue Horizons Labs folder and link back to the Bill to project folder under Aquapure Technologies. So let's just go back and take a look at that. Again, we'll go up to Blue Horizons, we'll go to their SharePoint folder, and oops, let's see, gotta go back to Blue Horizons. Okay, I'm gonna go to their SharePoint folder, and you can see now there's a project folder newly created with a link to go to that project folder in the Build to Customer folder. So this is a really slick way of managing those relationships. I have all the code I'll post in the description, in the chat, and on my blog, and hope this really helps you organize these multifaceted relationships in a hierarchical folder structure so that everyone gets what they want and everyone can find what they need. Hope that helps. Cheers. Thanks.